Welcome to the Baseface Network.
Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Akila binti Abdul Aziz and my matrix number is 01DKA21F1034. Now, my partner and I want to present about topic 3, hydrodynamic, compressible and incompressible. Introduction of fluid. A fluid is substance in which the constituent molecules are free to move relative to each other. Conversely, in a solid, the relative position of molecule remains instantly fixed under non-destructive condition of temperature and pressure. While this definition classifies matter into fluid and solid, the fluid subdivide further into liquid and gas. Molecule of any substance exhibit at least two types of force: an attractive force that diminishes with the square of the distance between molecules, and a force of repulsion that becomes strong when molecules come very close together. In solid, the force of extraction is so dominant that the molecule remain essentially fixed in position, while the resistant force of repulsion prevent them from collapsing into each other. However, if heat is supplied to the solid, the energy is absorbed internally, causing the molecule to vibrate with increasing amplitude. If that vibrations become sufficiently violent, then the bond of extraction will be broken. Molecule will be free to move in relation to each other. The solid melt to become a liquid. What is a compressible fluid? Compressible flow is the area of fluid mechanics that deals with fluid in which the fluid density varies significantly in response to a change in pressure. Compressibility effects are typically considered significant in the match number of the flow except 0.3 before significant compressibility occur. The study of compressible flow is relevant to high-speed aircraft, jet engine, gas pipeline, commercial applications such as abrasive blasting and many other fields. This is the example compressible fluid. The flow of compressible fluids such as gas, vapor and steam. It is considered in general the same as for liquid or non-compressible fluids. Now, I will present about difference between compressible and incompressible fluid. The volume of compressible fluid can be reduced with the application of a pressure on the fluid, while the volume of incompressible fluid cannot be reduced with the application of a pressure in the fluid. Next, the density of the compressible fluid can be changed with the application of a pressure on the fluid, while the density of the incompressible fluid cannot be changed with the application of a pressure on the fluid. And lastly, the volume of mesh number should be greater than 0.3 for a compressible fluid, while the volume of mesh number should be less than 0.3 for an incompressible fluid.
Thanks to Nur Akila. Before I start with my presentation, let me introduce myself. My name is Nur Akila binti Jamaluddin. My matrix number is 01DKA21F1033. Today I want to do some presentation about incompressible flow. What is incompressible flow? In this fluid, the density of the flowing fluid is constant during the process of flow. Fluid dynamics denote that the ratio between sound and flow velocities within a medium of transfer, known as the Mach threshold, should be 0.3 or less for fluid to qualify as incompressible. Gaseous molecules are very sparsely populated, making them more capable of constant motion, increasing their susceptibility to external pressure. Next, I want to give some examples of incompressible fluids. The first one is hose pipe water. One of the most practical examples of incompressible fluids is high velocity water flow in a hose pipe. These watering tubes are a staple in most contemporary households as they are used in a wide variety of house chores including gardening, cleaning, and construction. When connected to a high-speed water source, the fluid flows in a firm, narrow path when the pipe is held vertically. Next, hydraulic oil press. A hydraulic oil press features a cylinder filled with hydraulic oil and a piston. Uses exert pressure on the oil using the piston, which then push the cylinder's base to the object that is to be crushed or pressed. As such, hydraulic oil is incompressible since it maintains its density when exposed to the piston pressure, enabling the cylinder to press the target object. Where the oil compressible, it would shrink under the piston pressure and the object would not be pressed. Last but not least, tank water. Tanks are common water storage amenities in modern societies. In most cases, water exerts pressure of around 50 to 100 psi in a regular tank. Tanks, on the other hand, are sturdy enough to withstand this pressure. When pressure is exerted from outside, the tank might get damaged, but the water volume will remain intact. If the tank succumbs to the pressure, its pressure will burst open due to the water pressure, allowing the fluid to jet out 50 to 100 psi. As a conclusion, in sum, it is scientifically proven fact that fluid lack a definite shape and are highly capable of flowing. However, while they have a high fluidity, they are incompressible. This implies that they maintain invariable density and volume when subjected to external force or pressure. This scientific principle has been applied in multiple gadgets and is visible in a number of domestic appliances. That's all from me. Thank you.